Oh my God, are you seriously wanting me to answer this? But if you want me to, okay, because this is a no-brainer. What is the deal, folks? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tyler Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. And if it's your first time visiting the channel, let me say welcome. Let me also say thank you for checking out. But do me a favor, don't subscribe to my channel yet. Get an idea who I am and what this channel is about and what my beliefs and all that stuff is before you jump on board. By doing that, it's going to help you in the long run. Trust me, it's going to help you if you're going to end up participating in the live chats, all kind of stuff. Trust me. Get an idea who I am. How do you do that? Go on my channel, right? You can see where to say playlist. Click on playlist. It's going to bring up a bunch of different videos, right? Click on everything that has nothing to do with reaction videos. Don't look at me reacting to videos. Don't look at me reacting to try not to laugh videos. Don't look at me reacting to try not to cringe videos. Look at everything else that I do and things that I talk about so you can actually know who I am and what I'm about before you jump on board. And if you are of the faith, then do me a favor as well. You can subscribe to this channel right here. Oh God, this is crazy. Right here. See that? The little black box right there. You see that? It might be a little dot that's going to pop up right there. And that's how you get over to my other channel. It's called MRM Ministries, where I do a lot of things reacting to Christian music. And I'm doing things where we talking about Christian related stuff, which is pretty much human related stuff. But you just get it from a perspective of a Christian, how Christians should react, yada, 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 peanut butter. All right, folks. So I was asked to do something here. And it's something I haven't, but it's something I've done before, but not to this. Well, I have done it to this scale. And here's the thing. Y'all seen what the title said? Should men be able to compete in women's sports? Why do you even want me to answer this? Absolutely 100% no. No, 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 no to the 10th power. Absolutely no. So the person that wrote me this told me they want to hear from somebody that has like a background in here. I think that's kind of cool because this person did do what I say, which I thank you for that. They looked at my other videos, know my background, know what I'm about, know what my degree is in, and know the things that I've done, even went so far as to Google me and seen all the different things I've done in track and field. So they were like, from an athlete standpoint, also from a medical professional standpoint, they just want to get my take on this. Man, come on. Let's first start off with the whole notion of let's look at the biological characteristics, man. Come on now. Most men, not some, majority of men, we are bigger, faster, and stronger than women. Now, that does not mean that women can't be faster than men in some things and stronger than some men in some things and bigger than men in some things. I mean, it depends if you're talking about fat or muscular. But no, guys, come on now. This shouldn't even be a thing here. And the reason why they say this is because I guess there's been some people that's been able to transition over and compete in women's sports. And yeah, I've seen some of the videos you sent me, and it's a shame. I think it's a real shame that this has even gotten to this point. And what's crazy about this is that if I was a guy, if I was a guy in high school right now, and I didn't have a way of getting a scholarship, and you in one of those states to say if you don't gotta have no sexual hormones or nothing done like that, or you ain't even got a transgender over, you just gotta identify. I'm like, yeah, hey, until I'm identifying as a woman. Get a free ride, full ride scholarship. Get that scholarship and do everything you need to do in that sport. And then when you get out, yep, got my degree. I'm about to go get me. Well, I identify as a woman, but I like women. So I'll get what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying this to be funny, but man, if y'all are trying to get me to answer this like this, you know what it's going to come with. There's absolutely 100% no hatred towards anybody like that. We're not even talking about transgender, or I'm not even going to say this is transgender or anything like that. I'm simply saying, as a guy, no men should be able to compete against women in any sport. The men are going to get in there and most likely dominate and possibly hurt. And they showed me a clip from some show where it shows some people talking about it, and they was just saying like, it wouldn't be fair, and it's a woman on there, and it's just so sad. She's on there and she's like, well, no, because, look at these things. Some people are taller and some people are shorter, and there's some people that, and it's unfair to them, and She's like, and then they mentioned LeBron James. And they were like, LeBron James played in women WNBA. He would dominate. And this lady on here is like, no, you don't know that. You don't know that. Lady, get real. Any woman that's out there that's listening to me right now, if you are disagreeing with this, you come on now. You are seriously just doing it just to be disagreeing. I can go to the WNBA right now and dominate. Yes, at 37 years old, I will go into the WNBA and dominate most of these women in there. I mean, I'm from my physical standpoint that I'm in right now, I'm still in the same type of shape that I was when I was 24 years old. So, I mean, I still can dunk a basketball, 3-6, all that. And I'm telling you right now, if I go into the WNBA, that'll just be messed up. You want a good example of what it would be like if a man actually did that? Watch a movie called Joanna Man. Watch Joanna Man. Joanna Man faked his identity. That's a prime example that everybody should be watching. If you want to, what will happen if men play women's sports? Look at a movie called Joanna Man. It's about a man who was an NBA player. He was a star in the NBA. And was pretty dumb in the NBA. He did something real stupid and ridiculous, got his stuff banned from the NBA, suspended. So what he ended up doing is faking his identity and all this stuff like that. And he actually played in the WNBA with women. Went into the league and was dominating, killing them left and right. I mean, when he didn't even have a problem. So if some of you ladies are going to disagree with this, say, no, men won't be able to come on, stop. Don't do that to yourself. There, you can get I would say even in high school, I go so as far as to say that a well put together middle school boys basketball team will probably beat a lot of the women in the WNBA. I mean, just don't do that to yourself. How are we even here right now? You know what I'm trying to say? How are we here right now in this world where everybody is as adults, which is really sickening, that you actually able to be where you can pretend and it's all make believe? Think about when all of us, not all of us, some of us, when you were kids and all this stuff like that, and you had like neighborhood friends and all that kind of came down and, y'all played together or anything like that. And everybody think we going to play house. You be the mom, you be the dad. I mean, it was so crazy. But reason why I'm saying all this because you be the mom, you be the dad, and somebody has to be the kids. And then the dad had to go and fake work. The mom, she might have faked work and then went and cooked and all this. You sitting there making mud pies and all this stuff like that. Use, big leaves off of trees and say, these are the greens. I mean, anybody ever play like that? But they probably don't do that no more. They got tablets and stuff now, but just playing that game like that, the whole point I'm saying that is that it was make believe. As a kid, I knew I was not a dad in real life. I knew that this was not my wife that was playing the mom, but I knew that it was make believe. Okay. But now you're saying that you can make believe and it's going to be a reality, and that's a lie. It's not reality. It's all make believe. I tell you what, if things went real sour and the whole medical profession went down, I think I would be cool. I'm just going to say, I'm going to identify as a woman. I'm about to go play some basketball. I'm about to go apply for, you don't have to be, I don't think you have to be of a certain age with the publishing clearinghouse in college to compete. So I'm just going to go compete in women's basketball, go join somebody's basketball team in college and just get a full ride scholarship, whatever, again. No, but anyway, no, biologically men are, like I said, bigger, faster, stronger. We got more bone, we got higher bone density. We got more muscle mass. We got more strength. And it just would not be fair to do that. And I cannot believe that it actually made it on a show to where a woman was sitting there saying that will not happen. She said LeBron James will not be able to go to a women league and dominate. Why are you get the lowest paid NBA player right now, not the most skilled, don't even sit, just a bench, get all the bench players in the NBA, and they will go into the WNBA and kill. I mean, come on now, women, don't do that. That's just going to be bad. I understand, what's really bad about this is that I think it's setting you up for a huge failure. There's women that want to go play in the NFL. Oh man, there's women that want to go and box. Don't do that. This is terrible. That I hope it don't happen yet at the same time. When it does happen, you know what people are going to be saying? That's what you get. That's what you get. You want to sit there and compete against these big old giant strong burly men, and it's going to be over. It's going to be like the quickest, women get into boxing trying to box men, it's going to be like the quickest knockouts ever. And it's going to be really, really sad to see this big old strong beastly man just hit a woman. I know some people going to come back and say things like, there are some women out there that are big and strong. A woman can be big and strong looking like women in bodybuilding. There's women in bodybuilding, they look bigger and stronger than me, but then they're deadlifting at a max like 400 some pounds, and I can just go out there right now and just deadlift 400 pounds. Nothing. I mean, nothing. But then you got these type of thoughts that's coming in that make people feel that, okay, we can compete just like men. Like people said, I can work just like a man. I can do this just like. There's some things that women can do that men can do too. When it comes to being like on an intelligence level, doctors, lawyers, all those things like that, that's completely fine. I'm not even talking about that. So don't even go there, folks. I know y'all gonna try to do, well, there's women that out there that are lawyers, that are executives. I'm not talking about them. We're talking from a physical standpoint, talking about sports and strength and power and force and endurance and punching and all that stuff like that. Don't do that to yourselves. No, women should not have to play. Like, men should not be able to compete with women in sports. That's a huge unfair advantage, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we're guys. I don't care what anybody tell you. We're not the same. Men and women, as far as we're not created equal. We are not created equal. I'm not talking about rights and stuff, so don't even try to trip me up on that either. I'm not talking about rights. I'm talking about from a body physical standpoint. And then, you know what, just kind of take a trip down the lane when it comes to war and fighting and all this stuff like that. You know, you ever thought about who was the ones that was doing most of the fighting and warring and winning the wars? You notice that? And then think about certain things back in the day where, I don't know, it seemed like it's being lost, like just the pure appreciation of women and children. That's all being thrown to the side. I don't know if y'all can see that, but see, I don't get all this news like everybody else do. I just get these questions that come from you guys, and I don't sit there and watch the news and TV to know what's going on in the world. I go to work and I'm getting hit with stuff all the time. Man, Ty, you see what happened here? You see, I get on here and you guys say, hey, Ty, you see what? I'm like, I do not know. So my mind is not even conditioned to be like a lot of people's mind in the world where everything is just coming in and you just accepting it. So what I'm saying that all for is that this whole thing that people don't understand is that this is setting things up to be women and children. It seemed like when y'all used to be put first, think about the movie like Titanic. The people that was being saved, those men were saving women and children. Do y'all follow me? So when you say things like people don't give a darn about, no, the people that seem like they are giving you support and pushing you into doing these things and make y'all equal on the physical standpoint is actually damaged, because right now, guess who's all being pretty much killed off? When I say killed off, I'm not just necessarily talking about physically. I'm talking about emotionally and spiritually, psychologically, is women and children being tore up left and right. Y'all babies, I mean, kids are being killed before they even got a chance to be born. Women, you guys are hurting yourselves by getting all this stuff done to your bodies because you're trying to transition over, and men too. But my whole point of it seems like it's all being done to keep something from happening. Kids, men, you get a sex change and all that stuff like that, it's gonna be impossible to have kids. Women, you get your stuff taken out, your ovaries taken out, it's gonna be impossible for you to have kids. So kids gonna just be suffering, period. Unborn kids are gonna be suffering. Potential kids that could have been a kid one day are going to be suffering because of all this stuff. So it just seems like to me that the very thing that used to be precious and protected, people just pretty much open it up and let them just come in and get it. That's what it used to be. I don't care. Look at the old movies. They were always saving the women and the children. They always saved the women and the children. But now it's like, okay, y'all don't want to be saved no more. Not that they don't want to, but I don't know how it got into society right now that those things right now are just being sacrificed. Yes, sacrifice is what I say, because guess what? They don't tell you long-term run. See, when you're in the medical field, they give you all type of journals and all stuff like that. You get to see research and long-term studies and things like that. And what they don't tell you, like when they do this, like the transitioning of people that's doing transgender, especially males, whatever like that, they take these hormone pills, where the hormone pills end up affecting the pituitary gland that actually produces hormones to take them through puberty and all those different steps like that and stages that they go through, where these hormone pills pretty much keeps that from happening. So even later on down in life, let's say even if the man don't get his sex changed, his gender changed, his genitals or nothing like that changed or anything like that, the damage is already done because it affected the pituitary gland to a point to where he won't be able to produce no sperm anyway. So anyway, again, I don't know how I got all deep into that part right there, but all I'm simply saying is that a lot of people, I'm not one that once everybody runs into something, they jump on the bandwagon. Just like now, all this stuff that's taking place right now, has anybody even looked at the long-term effects of what this stuff can even do to men, women, children, period? Has anybody looked at the long-term effects? It hasn't been out there long enough to know, but then again, it has, because there's a study way back in 1970s when they were doing all this, and you can go and search this stuff up for yourself. But anyway, plain and simple, men and women will never be able to be at the same physicality when it comes to doing certain sports, certain jobs, certain physical activity. It just won't happen. It's shown right there, man. There is a difference. There is a distinct separation between men and women. Man, look at the animal kingdom. Man, you can tell who's a male and who's a female with some, man, most animals right there. You can see that, man. But I just don't know how, as human beings, it seems like we are the only ones that don't seem to know what our role is and what we're supposed to be doing. I'm just telling you. I don't know. You male lions, they know what to do. Female lions, they know what to do. And it is not like nobody saying, I'm the male lion. And he does his job. He does his thing. They do their jobs. They do the hunting, whatever like that. I mean, and most animals, look at any animal you want to. It seems like all these animals seem to know what they are designed to do. But as humans, the most intelligent ones created, we just kind of stuck in, I don't know, like we just ran out of stuff to do. Like, well, once we got rid of starvation, don't say it don't know, starvation still goes on, no it don't, because churches got pantries and there's shelters everywhere. So anyway, we got rid of that, got rid of a lot of different things. So in other words, what I'm saying is that when human beings got to the point where we're saying, okay, we can all breathe, we're good now. Well, we're not satisfied. I want to be a girl. I mean, I don't know what happened. Oh, I'm not satisfied. I think men and women should be equal. It's not going to happen. Women can take steroids all day long, do things like that too, but still, you're not going to be stronger than most men. Y'all shouldn't even got this. It's going to open up a wide range of things. And I welcome it. If you're going to come in here and you're going to try to push an argument, go right ahead. But like I said before, it's going to be, to some of y'all crazy folks, it's going to be entertaining for y'all to sit there and watch women try to come into the NFL and play against these men. That's terrible. But then again, it's going to be some people on the side that's going to be like, well, that's what they get. I'm just waiting to see when the first man is going to cross over to the WNBA. You notice there's a lot of men going over to their side of the sport. You don't see they saying all this, these women are crossing over into the NBA, or women crossing over to the NFL, or women crossing over into men's rugby and all that, women crossing over into men's soccer, things like that. You don't see that happening, do you? I think it's just kind of like it's going to cause like a backlash, because most people, especially if you're an athlete, y'all know that you ain't gonna be trying to hurt no girl. You look at her body and see her frame, and you know how strong and you are inside. You're gonna be doing your best not to try to hurt her. Even when we had boys, look, when we were in the 6th grade, we had what we call intramural basketball. There was boys and girls on the team. Most of me and my friends that grew up playing on those teams, we all would talk about it on the side. Man, I felt weird when whatchamacallit held me, because I felt like I was going to hurt her if I sat there and tried to post her up. I was going to knock her down. You didn't want to do it. But then what's crazy, that it can be a dude that can be of the same size as that girl, and you just boom, boom. But then he got some strength back. Now, there was somebody on our team a few times. I'm not going to say who it was. He didn't care who they was. If it was a girl, he banged and knocked them down. If he found them, he trying to take their head off. No one good and well. And then you sit there and you feel bad. The girls on there, they sitting there crying. Then he's sitting around. He does a post move, turn around, hit her in the stomach with the elbow. She falls on the ground crying. It was just terrible to see that. Having the mixture of boys and girls basketball team. It was just terrible, because whenever the girls got the ball, we felt weird trying to hold them if they tried to post us up. It's like, man, no, I don't. So anyway, when it all comes down to it, I do not think, not just think, I know men should not be able to cross over and compete in women's sports. They shouldn't. And if men are doing it, y'all know, especially if they can get it to a point to where you're starting to get paid for it, y'all know y'all doing that for that easy paycheck. It's an easy paycheck, but it's not their fault. It's whoever is bringing up this ideology or this narrative or this, I don't know what you want to call it, a law or whatever it is, whatever the case may be, whoever is formulating these things and letting this stuff go into play and letting this stuff happen, you can blame them. So what would happen if, like, I'm just throwing it before I leave, what would happen if, like, transgender men just infiltrated all women's sports? What would happen if transgender men did that? Women won't have a chance to get nothing. They won't be able to get a scholarship. They won't be able to play. They're going to be getting benched. So pretty much what you're going to pretty much have is an all men's basketball team in the WNBA, Or it might change to the TWNBA, transgender National Basketball Association. But my point is this. What would happen if in all sports, across all nations, that they made it to where all these transgender men came in and just took over? What would happen then? Then you're going to be losing the very thing that you fought for, which is equal rights, right? I mean, to me, that's not equal. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all know what to do. If you're going to leave a comment on here or anything like that, do it in decency. I shouldn't have to tell you that, because most of you people in here are grown-ups and all that. But if you come flaming right out the bat, just talking stuff like that, I promise you, I'm just telling you, don't leave alone. If you're going to start off talking trash in a negative way, don't waste your time typing so much, because the minute I start to see the first few words say you don't know what the F you're talking, I'm going to delete your comment. So you wasted all that time typing, and I'm going to delete your comment. I'm open to constructive criticism. No, this ain't even nothing about constructive criticism. This is just, I mean, you ain't there's just no way you're going to be able to just prove me that men and women are equal physically on these sports levels and physical levels like that. No. So anyway, my point in saying all that, you disagree with it, that's completely fine. You can try to show me statistics and studies and all this stuff like that. I've been an athlete all my life. Okay? Competed professionally. Is not going to happen. Okay. I would love to see that. I'm just waiting for the day to come where it's going to be an issue to where they're going to have to make up rules saying that you can only have 5 transgender men per women's team or something like that. Watch, it's going to come. Anyway, y'all know what to do. Leave it in the comment section, all right? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus.